Hey guys, what's going on? Rick with Pro Touch Carpet Care. You like dirty carpet cleaning videos? Stay tuned. I promise you this one does not disappoint. As soon as I walked in this customer's home, I did not give a pre-estimate before I go out there or give an estimate, and go and visit the site. Just kind of took their word for what they were telling me over the phone to give them a best possible price, but always know a price can switch up, if they're not, if they're off in their measurements or anything. But everything was pretty much what they said it would be. But the level of soiling is what I did not expect. Since this carpet had been cleaned a year ago, I didn't expect to bring my gear or anything like that. So this one kind of caught me off guard. But when I walked in and saw the carpet, I was like, oh yeah, heck yeah. Where's my phone? I'm already looking for my phone because I knew I was gonna want to get this one on video. So I got the customer's permission. Super sweet couple. Very, very nice. Didn't mind me videoing it all, and always get permission, before I video anything inside somebody's home, and always try to keep the camera down, focused only on the carpet, that kind of stuff. But yeah, this one was definitely worth the take. So you'll see what I mean. Stay tuned after at the end of the video here. We're going to show you the CRB, the kick out, not just the kick out when you see it kick out on the carpet, but this one I'm going to spin it off on the back of the truck just for what's inside the housing of the CRB. You spin the brushes back and it comes spilling out, and you'll kind of get an idea what this is getting up out of the carpet. Just some nasty stuff. So I wouldn't be eating, if you know what I mean. Hope you got a strong stomach. We're also going to take a look at the inline filter, since I know people have been liking that. Take a look at some of the stuff we got in there. I was even surprised to find something in there. You'll see me kind of pick it up. I mean, I'm not thinking because I'm not wearing gloves, but I'm like, what the heck is this doing in here? And then I thought back to something went up the tube. I wasn't sure what it was, but customer didn't have any kittens, so I guess we're good. So whatever it was, I figured I'd find it in the filter, and I found it. So yeah, it's a great clean. So let's jump into the video. Let's take a look at some of the before photos. You'll see what I mean. And then at the end, we're going to show you the before and after side by side, and you'll just get to see the results itself. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so jumping into the first picture here, we have the living room or the family room. This is the one where it just was absolutely you could see the night and day difference from where the sofa was and where there was no protection and all the soil on top of it. When I saw this, I was just like almost got excited, especially when I realized it was a nylon carpet, because nylon does a lot better at cleaning than like a polyester. You can always adjust for pH with that, but yeah, it's a much better carpet to have to clean for sure. This is the landing halfway up the stairs. Just was you see the true color of the carpet to the right, and then everything that's dark in the middle, or the stains. That's the true color of the carpet there to the right. There's not a shadow running up and down those stairs there. That is absolutely from traffic. Just the asphalt on the bottom of the feet when they come in from curbside or whatnot, and they're trafficking that in. But truly, and they've got quite a few kids, I think 3 or 4 children, and so they get a lot of traffic in and out of the house. But this here is the master bedroom. Not a whole lot in here. It wasn't trafficked very heavily. Right in the very front of the doorway there was, but for the most part, it wasn't super bad in some areas, and the CRB was just able to eat that right up and just make it look brand new again. Then there's some of the other rooms that did have more traffic from the kids going in there. Some of the spills here. Now this is one of the things, if you know what the spill is, if you can help out your carpet cleaner, it's important for them to know, so they'll know whether or not they need to reduce or add with as far as pH, so they can break it down if it's an alkaline or an acid, and they use just the opposite to get it out. But sometimes it's just through trial and error you try to get it out. This lipstick here is one. This is the one where the customer actually had tried to use rubbing alcohol to get this out in a section here, and basically he created a stain. It didn't have to be, because you'll see how much I was able to get out, and then all of a sudden there's one little section that wouldn't come out. That's because he tried rubbing alcohol on it. So do not use rubbing alcohol on your carpet, because you can literally set the stain in and then it can't be removed. Then you'll have to do like a patch or something. And that's kind of what happened in that area, and you'll see it at the end. It's very slight and subtle, but it's there. And that goes with one little section on here behind me that was really almost black, and apparently they had tried to clean that with something, left the cleaner on the carpet. It was never really extracted, and it just like this square black looking area, that was pretty much whatever was on there. It looked like it was a pinkish color, but they created a stain by trying to clean it, trying to remove it off. They're using the wrong solution, or possibly rubbing alcohol. Again, everybody seems to think rubbing alcohol is a thing to use, and it's just not. It's really the worst thing to use on carpet, because it's opening up the fibers of the carpet, and it's creating you're basically making the stain. You're forcing it to stay in, because the fibers are no longer protected. It gets in there, and congratulations, that's the new color of the carpet. So here I'm doing kind of the northwest, northeast, southwest, scrubbing, especially on heavily soiled areas. You try to really take your time with the CRB, just let it do its work. It's breaking everything free from the carpet fibers, and it's just, traps it in the solution. It's important to get to that solution. Do not let it dry when we're cleaning, because if it dries, it's going to bond back to the carpet fibers again, so you don't want to do that. But what I do is one of the little tricks that I have that I've used that I found is very, makes for really good results in cleaning, and that is using instead of an acid rinse, or just some cleaners will just use a steam clean, just water, flush it out, what they've put in there, and they don't neutralize it, they don't do anything like that. I like to use a acid rinse on nylon, just to neutralize it, because nylon is very sensitive. If you use too high of a pH on the nylon, you can actually strip the protective barrier on the nylon. You see, nylon versus like a polyester, and this is a nylon carpet, it's actually like, you've heard of DuPont Teflon, or Soil Shield, things like that. Well, this carpet is actually manufactured, it's made with that stuff. So you can see how important that stuff and how good that stuff really works if the carpet is actually made with it, right? So it actually offers, if you can think of it like an exoskeleton on the carpet fiber. And so this is where polyesters, you can tell they are generally, for the most part, they flatten out a lot. They get matted very easily. That's because they don't have that support, that resilience like a nylon carpet does. And because that exoskeleton is there, it keeps the dirt from actually getting into the carpet fiber. So it breaks free when we're scrubbing it or extracting it. So it makes for a much better clean. This is why you hear some carpets called Stain Master. Those are almost certainly nylon carpets. They're not polyester. And polyester is also an oil-based carpet when they make it, and it absolutely just loves to hang on to dirt. I mean, the dirt just, in some cases, it is molecularly bonded. And that's no joke. I've actually read articles with some of the manufacturers that say, yes, dirt will molecularly bond to polyester carpets, if they're not cleaned so often, or, under certain conditions. But it happens. I've actually cleaned some where I was just shocked that I could not get the dirt to come out, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I'm using, the strongest stuff out there that's just shy of bleach, and it's not, you don't want to move the color of the carpet, but you want to move the dirt off of it, and it just wouldn't budge. And that's, I went to my forums and said, hey, what's going on? What am I doing wrong here? This thing is not budging. And it's just one of those things. Some of those carpets just, they do not, break free from dirt. And I think I've only had 2 out of maybe 1,000, but they're out there. So anyways, that's just a little bit of an explanation with this one here. This is a nylon carpet, and you can already see the difference just from the scrubbing. That's not even extracted. Once we extract, like what we're doing right here, I always go along the edges and try to get the edges, just rather than go along the edge, go across it, and just blast the dirt away from the edge of the carpet. And it helps the edges be a lot cleaner. If you run it along the edge, your spray doesn't get in there as good. It doesn't have as much pressure to get it out. So I always kind of do this, and then I'll just kind of turn and then go along back and forth here. And you see as it's extracting. Now there's a little window on my wand there that I can see, you know, the color of the water coming back through. In some cases I'll hit some spots that don't want to budge, but the conditioner that I'm using in this right now, the rinse, is an alkaline conditioner. So, but the thing is that it's self-neutralizing, so I don't have to use alkaline to clean, and then I can use an acid to neutralize the carpet with the rinse. And again, some cleaners just prefer just use water. That's totally fine. But I find that this adds a kind of a 1-2 punch. What I mean by that is if you look off to the left there where I just was, you'll see a little tiny strip and then a longer strip where it looks darker. Now those aren't coming out. And I noticed when I was going over them, they weren't coming out. So as I spray over those, that rinse is actually an alkaline. It's freeing up dirt from the carpet still. Instead of stopping the cleaning action upon contact with the acid and neutralizing it, it's adding more cleaning power to what I'm doing, but it's self-neutralizing. So as it dries, it neutralizes and returns back to a 7, essentially, which is a neutral pH. Now as I go back through this, you'll see I'm just going to do dry passes right here. As I'm passing through this and I get back to that little area over there, and I'm already at this point, I'm already eyeballing it. I'm seeing it, and I was like, I gotta go over this again. Just watch now that that alkaline rinse has had time to soak into that. Watch what happens when I go back and rinse it again. Boom, no more problems. It's gone. It's like a 1-2. This is the number 2 punch right here, right? So. And it just pulls it right out of the carpet, which is just amazing. Now normally I'll do my triangles all the way to the edge there, but I didn't. I just stopped and filmed it right here. But we'll take a look. This is the before. It's kind of hard with this Ken Burns if I just put the full photo out there, but it won't do it in this video format to get the full, like what it looks like. But this is clearly, you know, you could see a clear difference, and the customer was just absolutely, she did not think this was going to turn out the way it did here. And as you could see, if this was polyester, you would have that outline, I guarantee you. But because it's not, because it is a nylon, most of that dirt breaks free and you really can't tell the difference. There was that one little area up top there that had that little red stain, and that's from something the customer tried to clean the carpet with to set the stain in. This is the same thing, the makeup in their daughter's room, and you see that little area right there, that little red area. That's where the customer said he tried to use rubbing alcohol on it, and it set it in. So do not use rubbing alcohol, because sometimes you're going to create the stain when you're trying to remove one. It's really just a spot when you're removing it, but you put the wrong chemical on it, it's a stain, and it stays in. That's what a stain does. So, and then these are just some of the other rooms, the before and after photos of them. This is the one with all the spots and stains on there. We just use a little bit of a pre-treatment on there. With a spray on those spots, they come right out. This area here, there's no real justice with the camera on this. This carpet was literally black. I mean, the carpet made it look like it's lighter, or the camera made it look like it's lighter for some reason. This is the stairwell. Again, not as much justice with the camera. It highlights things. That carpet was black. I mean, it was dark. And then after we're done here, it just looked absolutely amazing, and the customer just thought this looked like new carpet, and I would agree. You see that this on the side, that's where the actual carpet, that's the true color of the carpet. In the middle, that's not a shadow, that's just all the dirt from the traffic. And then this is after we've extracted, you know, pre-sprayed, scrubbed, extracted everything. That the carpet just looked absolutely amazing, looked really really good. So this is the CRB. This is the kick out you see on camera, right? When you get a kick out, this is what it kicks out, but this is kind of a close-up just to show you what really kicks out of it. And this is after getting 2 vacuums, two canisters of vacuums. I believe the customer vacuumed before this too. And this is what it picked up after. And this is only just from one area. I had kick out in other areas. So this is just like in one area. And this is everything that came out of the carpet. I mean, you see all these little nooks and crannies and everything that are just like all this little, I don't know, like crumbs from chips or whatever. I don't know, but this is the stuff that gets deep down into the carpet, and it ends up, your vacuum cleaner can't reach it. You know, this the pet hair, the dirt, the dander, things that your vacuum cleaner can't get out. It's what the CRB draws up to the surface. So truly, an amazing machine for carpet cleaning, for a really deep clean of carpet. It's just it's an absolute must, especially if you're doing anything for pet treatment. Because spraying the top of the carpet, if you're putting it in your pre-spray, this scrubs it all the way down to the carpet backing. It really gets it deep down, pushes it deep down in there. So, and this is just what I do to kind of get all that junk out of there. I'll also run this under a hose. I'll just put this on the driveway, turn on my hose for my truck mount, and let it run, and then just kind of rinse these. And turn it on and rinse it right over the driveway. But I don't want all this junk flowing down the driveway, so I'm just trying to clean all the cleaning agents and everything else off of there, and it just slops all the water up inside and cleans out the housing and everything really good before I go to the next job. So I'll try to get that on the next video, kind of how I do that. But this is just like kind of step one of the cleaning, to get all that out of there, and then to rinse it afterwards. So really makes a difference. Taking good care of your equipment. Plus, you don't want that stuff slopping out on your next job. I mean, what a horrible experience that would be. All right, guys, so time to look at the inline filter here. And yeah, that's all the nasty stuff that we get out of the carpet. There's a lot of lint and just hair and dander and crumbs and all the stuff your vacuum cleaner can't get. You know, your vacuum cleaner only gets about 25% of the top of the carpet. The rest is going to be from what we get. So that's all the nasty stuff we don't want getting in the truck either, because it gets into our machines and everything else. So we got to try to stop all that big stuff from getting in there. So guys, if you like the video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, smash the bell, get notified when we are posting new videos, and we will see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.